with New York being one of the 13 colonies that was established back in the early days of America. There's no wonder why many places in that city is old and possibly haunted. But how would you react if every morning around 3:15 a.m. something whispers to you, kill your family? Wouldn't you? Well, in 1974, on November 13th, Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed all 6 members of his family, until a murderous thoughts gone absolutely haywire. A family betrayed in the most inhuman way possible. It makes you wonder what resides in the gorgeous Dutch colonial-style home in Long Island, something that so easily wrapped a brother's mind into committing murder. Did this murder actually happen? Or is it a Hollywood horror movie? Welcome to the Amityville Horror House. 112 Ocean Avenue, Amityville, New York, situated on the south shore of the island. The grand home sits on a pasture-like lawn, curved eaves lead your eyes across the bassin, and its beauty is as grand as the horrors that occurs inside. Mid-November 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. shot and killed all 6 members of his family in the home. He was later convicted of 6 counts of second-degree murder in 1975. Around 6:30 in the evening, a 23-year-old Robert DeFeo ran into a bar, screaming for help, stating, "You gotta help me! I think my mother and father are shot." After a pilgrimage to the DeFeo home, it was realized that his mother and father were in fact shot and killed, as well as of his siblings. Later, during his trial, he and his lawyer mounted an affirmative defense of insanity due to DeFeo Jr.'s claims of hearing voices of his family plotting against him. Found competent to stand trial and aware of his actions, a 23-year-old Ronald was convicted in all counts and was sentenced to 6 25-year charges. As of November 2020, Robert remains at the civilian correctional facility in Fallsburg, New York. There has been controversials and changed stories through the years. Now, what did Ronald leave behind? A home with a dark past. On December 18, 1975, Luke's family purchased a home on 112 Ocean Avenue, and as they moved the boxes from the movie truck, a Catholic priest stopped by to bless the home, supposedly at the request of Kathy Lutz, the family merchant. The priest later revealed that to be Father Ralph Picardo said this about the Amityville home. "I was blessing the sewing room," says the priest. "It was cold. It was really cold in there. I'm like, well, gee, this is particular. But it was a lovely day out, and yes, it was winter, but it didn't account for the kind of coldness. I was also sprinkling holy water, and I heard a rather deep voice behind me saying it out. It seemed so directed toward me that I was really quite startled. I felt slapped at one point on the face. I felt somebody slap me, and there was nobody there. George and Kathy Lutz were newlyweds, coming together into a beautiful blended family when they purchased the Amityville home for $80,000. Kathy had 3 children from her previous marriage: Missy, Daniel, and Christopher. They later went on to have two children together, Noel and Gabriel. With the money that they received from selling George's mother's home, they put down a healthy down payment on what they thought would be their dream home. And just to let you know, never call it a dream home, because I've been watching A Haunting and Paranormal Witness and all of that, and they all call it a dream home, and it all goes downhill, and it's actually really sad for a lot of the stories that I watch. And it's like, why do people call it a dream home? Anyway, the sanctuary that they could raise their family in, their stay would only last 28 days. However, the dark entities that reside inside made quick work of the Lutz family. The home entities were not shy to show themselves, making themselves known through sounds, touch, and appearing to the family and investigators. Even in 2005, when Inside Edition was conducting an interview, a swarm of flies appeared in the home, tormenting the camera operators and interviewers. Any seasoned paranormal investigator will attest that swarms of flies have historically been linked to demonic entities and possessions. And are there demons living in the Ocean Avenue home? Could they have possibly been the voices inside DeFio's head? Despite the home having been blessed by a priest before their move-in, the Lewis family was on the receiving end of some pretty horrific paranormal occurrences. George, the family Parsons, came to wake up daily at 3:15 each morning, the precise time when the DeFio murders occurred in the home. Missy, the Lewis's daughter, began communicating with an imaginary, or perhaps the demonic entity known as Jody. Kathy even claimed to have levitated above her bed, waking from the disturbance with a painful welch all over her chest. The children also reported levitations during their slumber. George and their son Daniel reported an apparition of a pig-like creature staring at them from a window, its red eyes piercing through the dark. Now, if I saw that, I'd be like, nope, I'm out, bye. On January 14th, 1976, the Lewis family had had enough and hadn't reached their breaking point. They left the house and every single one of their possessions behind, following a night of terror that they refused to describe in detail. They fled in the home, leaving the evil entities behind, watching from the windows as they drove their family to safety. Explorations editor Ray Warren would corroborate the Lewis family stories. I need to watch this freaking movie. I think it is a movie, actually. They stayed at the house for a night, investigating the claims and seeing if they would be able to make contact with any entities. Ed Warren even stated stated in the 2000 documentary Amityville Horror or Hoax that this was no ordinary haunted house. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was a 10. Today, people remain skeptical about the home. Some say it was a publicity stunt on the Lutz family part to rake in money from books, news, and interviews. But George Lutz says otherwise. In a snippet from the documentary Amityville Horror or Hoax, George states that, "I believe that this has stayed alive for 25 years because of its true story. It doesn't mean that everything that has ever been said about it is true. It's certainly not a hoax. It's real easy to call something a hoax. I wish it was. It's not." Even in 2013, a documentary called My Amityville Horror interviews Daniel Lutz, Kathy's child, who survived the horrifying paranormal attacks. He appears obviously disturbed by the past he lived in the home. "This is not something I asked for," Daniel says in the film. "I've been running away from it, and it finally caught up with me." He tells of abuse suffered at the hands of his stepfather, and even of satanic nagging occurring with the walls of the home. Daniel now lives in Queens and remains steadfast in saying that the house ruined his life. And he continues to have nightmares regarding the home to this day. Both Kathy and George took a photograph to test to prove they were truthful about what was happening in the home. They passed. The Amityville home officially sold in February of 2017 to an undisclosed buyer just over $600,000 to $200,000 below the asking price. The address had since been changed for privacy reasons. They do not advise online research as this is a private residence. Current owners report no paranormal happenings. It seems as if the house lies dormant for now. Was the entire whole story a scam? Or are these demonic entities residing deep within the walls waiting to strike the men when the time is right? Regardless, 6 horrific murders occurred here not long ago, leaving behind a deep, dark stain that permeates the walls of the Amityville house. But nowadays, Ronald D. Leo Jr. died at the Albany Medical Center in Albany, New York City on March 21st, 2021. What do you think of the Amityville house? Is it haunted? Was it real? Or, like I said, a Hollywood horror movie? Now, I haven't really seen a lot of the Amityville house, but I know there's been a lot of people who've been there. I'll probably try to find stuff about it and whatnot. And for me, I want to go there, but at the same time, I don't want to bring anything home. Like, if it's as demonic as it says it is, I'm not going to be that person accidentally bringing a demon home. I do not want that at all. And I don't think anyone does, because if you guys know the paranormal, demons and evil spirits can and will hurt you. And they can possibly kill you too. And it has been known. And for all the shows like Paranormal Witness, My Haunted House, etc. all are from actual events that have happened to the people or families in the stories. I have had a lot of paranormal activity in this house, but it was always family related. And I just don't want to bring anything home. And I do believe that the Amityville house is evil. So, that being said alone, I probably would go. And with Ed and Lorraine Warren even saying that how haunted it is, yes, I'd say that I'm not gonna go. And Ed and Lorraine Warren are very popular ghost investigators and demonologists. Sadly, both of them have since passed away, but they were awesome. Anyway, thank you for watching my stories and channel. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am Haunting Girl, and this is my channel. As always, I'll speak to you later. Until next time, pleasant dreams.